expenses. So for the time being, you remember, slowly this will be cleared out. Now for the time being, you remember that those costs which are related with the production comes under the direct sort of expenses or direct costs. ঠিক আছে, বোঝা গেছে?
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম।
And those costs, apart from this, the other various sort of costs for which expenses are done in the organization, those comes under the indirect sort of expenditures or expenses or costs, whatever. Now কি ডাইরেক্ট আর ইনডাইরেক্ট, বাবা এত লোকজন এখনো জয়েন করছে, ঠিক আছে, কি ডিস্ট্রাক্ট করে রে। Now what comes under this direct or indirect? These are also been categorized into various heads, like the cost can be happening on the basis of the materials which are required by the organization for production. This can happen for the regarding the labor charges or the labor hiring, and this can be of different sorts of other sorts of expenditures. So first of all, what we will do, that this cost we will be the elements of this cost we will be explaining. Now what are the elements of the cost? You can write it down. The three different elements are there. One known to be the material, the other one is the labor, and the third one is the expenses. So these are the three broad elements of the cost. And what happens again in turn, these materials or these labor or expenses, these will be categorized as direct material, indirect material, direct labor, indirect ones, direct expenditures, indirect expenditures. Now what comes under this periphery? Let us try to understand. আর এটা কিসের জন্য দরকার? Because of the decision making within an within an enterprise. And another thing you need to note down here, ধরো when we will be asked to calculate the gross profit for the concern, then you have to or the net profit of the concern, then you have to consider these various sorts of costs on the basis of direct and indirect in nature, that is on the basis of their relations or relationships with the production as well as the other departments within an organization. ঠিক আছে? Now what are direct material? So direct material, so actually material to key, material are those substances which or those products which are used for the production. Now this can be raw material in nature, this can be semi manufactured, or this can be the manufactured form of the materials or the products from some other organizations, and this can be used as for this কি বলে ওটাকে assembling purpose within an organization for its production. ঠিক আছে? So it can be direct as well as indirect in nature. Now what are these direct materials? All direct materials which actually becomes an integral part of the finished product, which can be assigned to specific physical units. Those are known to be as direct materials. Like to the example D, then it will be clear. Like all materials which are specifically purchased or produced from within this production department, or which are required for production purpose directly, can be within the this direct sort of material, direct cost. And again like packaging, wrapping, wrapping of cardboard boxes or the cartoons, so primary packing material, this can be direct in nature, direct sort of material. This can be actually purchased also from or this can be the partly produced material from one concern, which is used as the primary material for production for the other concern. এটা তো তোমরা ভালো করে জানো. Suppose let us consider একটা বড় organization like shipbuilding manufacturing organization, ঠিক আছে? Now what happens? There are different things with which a whole ship is being prepared. Suppose না এটাই হয়. So what is happening for this, like some other organizations are there who are preparing or manufacturing the different parts required for this shipbuilding whole ship. So this can be used. So when these are the products, final products for other organizations, when these are used for this for this concern which is building the ship as a whole, so these are known to be the direct material. ঠিক আছে? And what are বুঝতে পেরেছো?
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম।
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very easy. So the other one is the indirect material. Indirect material, note down koro ki. Indirect material like the consumable stores or the oils, printing and stationery materials, which are indirectly being used, attached with this material purpose. Indirect material may be used in the factory, office, or in the selling purpose or distribution, department, sales or distribution for advertisement purpose. So these are like ধরো the cost which is associated with purchasing of material. So purchasing of raw material, this is a direct material cost, and again for purchasing of raw material a carrying cost is been incurred, and this carrying cost also stands to be the indirect material for that material which has been purchased. Is that clear?
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
আবার এই এক্সপেন্সটাই, এই যে ক্যারিং কস্টটা কিভাবে এক্সপেন্স হিসেবে দেখাবো সেটাও আমি পরে বলছি। নাও নেক্সট লেট আস কাম টু দি লেবার। লেবারটা কি? লেবারটা হচ্ছে ফর কনভার্সন অফ দি র মেটেরিয়ালস ইনটু ফিনিশড গুডস, যে হিউম্যান এফোর্ট ইজ নিডেড, দ্যাট ইজ দি লেবার, right? That happens to be the labor charges. Now these are also direct in nature and indirect in nature. Direct টা কি হবে? Direct টা কি না, when the manufacturing like people who are directly related with the manufacturing or production of the concern, then their wages stands to be the direct material, direct labor, sorry, direct labor cost. আবার দেখো ইনডিরেক্টটা কি, ধরো now these are meant for the productive purpose of the organization. And indirect labor টা কি, suppose wages of the storekeeper. Now when the material is been produced or the final product is been produced, it needs to be sold off, and when it is would be sold off, then it is been kept in a store, and the person who is known to be a storekeeper, or even a person who is dealing with the sales and distribution of this product, so what happens, their salary, their charges, their labor cost, it happens to be the indirect labor cost. ঠিক আছে? ঠিক আছে?
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
ফার্স্টের যে ডেসক্রিপশনটা রিলেটেড ডাইরেক্টলি উইথ প্রোডাকশন, দ্যাট ইজ অনলি ইনাফ। এটাই যদি মাথায় ঢোকে, মনে থেকে যায়, ব্যাস আর তোমার ডিসক্রিমিনেট করতে কোনো অসুবিধেই হবে না। And next, so this is direct labor as well as indirect labor. Now expense গুলো কি কি? Expense are what, আমি যেটা material এ বললাম raw material, labor এ বললাম human charges, human efforts টাকে calculate করা। expense এর মধ্যে কি আসছে? Any other cost besides this labor and material, যদি কোনো expense, any other cost is been curtailed, these would be termed to be as the expenses. And again these expenses can be direct as well as indirect in nature. এবার তোমরাই আমাকে বলো তো কয়েকটা example of these direct expenses or indirect expenses.
Direct
me hear
expenses
from you.
would be power cost.
Yes, yes, exactly. Now power cost for which department? For the production unit, তাই না?
Yeah.
Yes, and sometimes what happens, like the wage, I'm very sorry, rent. Suppose the building is been taken on rent, it is on rent, and the production building, I mean, so if the rent for the production building is there, then it would be direct cost, rent, electricity charges. So these are all the the different direct chargeable expenses comes within the direct expenses. আর indirect এর ক্ষেত্রে কি হবে? What would be the indirect expenses? Like let me tell, so suppose the manufacturing unit where the production has been going on, the manufacturing building, if the rent is meant for that, if it is stated like that, rent of the production area, rent of the production building or manufacturing building, then it would be direct cost. But if it is meant, or electricity charges for the production unit, then it is a direct cost. But if it is say electricity charges, that means it is not been mentioned that whether it is meant for this this production unit or not, so it can mean, or it may mean for the rent of other purposes, other buildings, other units also. So these would be indirect expenses. So it can be rent also, it can be insurance also. And again, let us define here the human efforts. As I said, as the human efforts, those costs, the human charges, quantified human charges. Now once it is said as direct labor, and again it is said as indirect labor. Now direct labor charges, as I said, the people who are attached with the production unit is known to be the direct labor charges. And now again, if we consider these to be as expenses, so when the salary is been paid to the other peoples within the concern, this happens to be the indirect expenses. বুঝা গেছে?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very good. So very good. So these are the different, this elements of cost based on material, labor and expenses, which we have categorized into two different aspects, in the direct manner as well as the indirect manner. Now let us discuss about the overheads. What is overhead actually? Overhead, again, this term overhead, actually it includes the indirect sort of expenses for the organization. এইবার আমরা শুধুমাত্র কনসিডার করব the indirect expenditures, indirect sort of expenses for any concern. Now what are these overheads? Like this can include indirect labor, again indirect material, indirect expenses as a whole. So thus all the indirect costs are known to be as overheads. Now you remember the elements of cost we have defined on the basis of the material, labor and expenses. And next, all those expenses based on these, or the indirect sort of material expenses, indirect sort of labor expenses, indirect sort of any other expenses except to material and labor, would be considered as the overheads for any concern. Is that clear? Now what are these overheads? Next, again, these overheads can be categorized into three. One known to be the factory overheads. Next comes the office or the administration overheads, selling, and the third one is the selling and distribution overhead. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now let us consider first of all the factory overheads, and we have already known that overhead means those indirect sort of expenses. And when I have said about factory overheads, that means the indirect expenses related with this factory, or indirect factory expenses comes under the factory overheads. Now what are these? Like indirect material used in the factories, like the consumables, stores, oils, whatever, or like indirect gatekeeper salary, or like timekeeper salary, or the manager's salary. This comes to be as factory overheads. Means all those which are related with the factory, like factory rent, factory insurance, factory lighting, all this comes within the factory overheads. And another thing you need to remember, when you will be calculating the gross profit or net profit for the concern, or whether the concern has incurred any loss or not, that is production or indirect incomes or indirect loss has been incurred indirectly. So for calculating that, you have to identify these sort of expenses or overheads that time, because when you are calculating this gross overhead, gross profit or gross loss been incurred, then you have to consider the direct sort of expenses. When you are calculating the net profit or net loss, then you have to consider the indirect sort of expenses. So direct goes over there and indirect comes over here. You need to remember this. And next, as I said, the office and administration overhead. Now office and administration means, we have learned that factory means all those related with the production, and office administration, it can be the stationery material, printing material, things required within an office, and like office manager's salary, or accountant's salary, or clerk's salary. Even if the office building is on rent, then rent of that office building, insurance, the lighting of the office building, or the electricity charges of that office building, all this comes under the office and administration overheads. And next comes the selling and distribution overheads. So what are the selling and distribution overhead? So at the time of selling of the material, the different indirect sort of cost. Now there can be packaging of material, printing, packaging cost, printing cost, or stationery cost for the sales of the final products. There can be indirect labor charges, the salesman or sales manager's salary. There can be rent of sorry, the advertising expenses. So all these are indirect sort of selling and distribution overheads. তাহলে আমরা কি জানলাম? What we learned till now, that we can the elements of cost stands to be as the material, labor, and expenses, and these can be direct as well as indirect in nature. We have also learned that all those expenses which are indirect in nature comes under the overheads, or termed as overheads, and these overheads can again be categorized into three: one known to be as factory overheads, the other one as office and administrative overhead, and selling and distribution overhead. And what we will include in our gross profit calculation, remember that only those factory overheads needs to be put under consideration. The office and administrative overheads, including the selling and distribution, would be considered under the net profit calculation. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now let us go to the classifications of cost again. Now cost can be classified into another three types, like fixed cost, variable cost, or the semi-variable and step cost. You can write down this: fixed cost, variable cost, semi-variable, or step cost. Now what are these different sorts of costs? Now fixed costs are those costs which are referred to as period costs, and this variable cost stands to be as product costs. Now fixed costs can be these would be fixed in nature. At the end of the period, as stipulated or stated period, this amount of cost needs to be borne by the organization. The cost which does not vary, actually, which remains constant within a given period of time and range of activity. In spite of the fluctuations of production, the cost would remain the same. So that is a fixed cost. Now what should be the example of this fixed cost? Yes, you can only reply to this question. What can be the examples of these fixed cost? As I
Taxes.
said, yes, definitely taxes. Now fixed cost rather can be the rent of the building, can be the insurance charges, can be the management salary, isn't it? These are all fixed in nature. These won't get fluctuated, these won't get varied with the amount of production or with the time periphery. It won't be varying, right? Right?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And the variable cost, what happens for this variable cost? The cost which actually varies directly in proportion to every increase or decrease of the volume of output or production is the variable cost. And this cost, this cost would be based on the product cost. And what would be the example of this type of variable cost?
Cost of raw
Raw
material.
material cost.
Raw material cost, right? Wages of the labor also. Sometimes,
Labor and wages.
if a labor is working for extra hours, extra timing, he may be provided with extra benefits, extra fringes. So this is a labor cost. Dharo, suppose somebody, a caretaker is there who is working for overtime, he's giving his overtime, so you would be provided with that amount of overtime, nah, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
আচ্ছা, আমাকে 2 মিনিট সময় দাও, 2 মিনিট, only 2 minutes I want. হ্যাঁ, আছো তো সবাই?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
আচ্ছা, আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে, চলো শুরু করি আবার। 2 মিনিটে বেশি হয়ে যায়নি তো?
No, ma'am.
হয়নি তো? আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে। সো কি জানি বলছিলাম যে ভেরিয়েবল আর তোমার ফিক্সড কস্ট, the fixed cost it would remain the same, আর variable cost which would be varying with the amount of the output or the amount of production. So ওখানে আমরা কি কি বলেছিলাম, wages of labor or wage cost of the direct material. In fact, power consumption, that is the electricity charges, may vary due to the amount of maybe due to amount of high production there can be high amount of electricity charges to be paid, or there can be yeah, lower amount of, so these can vary actually. And semi-variable cost, now what are the semi-variable cost? Can you identify? Can you tell me about semi-variable cost? What can be the different semi-variable?
The cost of the raw materials.
Cost of the raw materials semi-variable হবে? Cost of the raw materials তো variable.
It can vary or it may not vary, depending on the situation.
Ma'am,
It can vary only. It can
transport?
vary only. Transport. আচ্ছা, এবার ট্রান্সপোর্টটাকে কিন্তু আমরা ট্রান্সপোর্ট can vary only. Transport may never be fixed. Transport কি কখনো fixed থাকে?
Ma'am, the rent.
Ma'am, labor cost.
Labor cost তো variable. Labor cost তো variable, completely variable. দেখো, labor cost completely variable. ডাইরেক্ট মেটেরিয়ালের উপরে যে সমস্ত কস্ট, ধরো মেটেরিয়াল
Ma'am,
পারচেজ থেকে আরম্ভ করে অ্যাসোসিয়েটেড ক্যারিং কস্ট, এটাও তো ভেরিয়েবল।
if the production exceeds a certain amount, the taxes also increase, like after a certain amount, not before
Yes,
that.
but that is a fixed nature because there is a slab, right? There is a slab that is fixed, prefixed.
But if the production crosses that line, it changes. So shouldn't it be semi-variable?
No, that would be fixed in nature only.
Okay.
That would be fixed in nature. That would never be a semi-variable cost. Semi-variable কি দেখো, that can be cost like depreciation charges. Do you know what is depreciation?
No, ma'am.
No. Depreciation means actually a wear or tear in the fixed assets. Fixed assets কি? The assets means the things which are giving value or providing value to the concern for a long period of time. Asset তাদেরকেই বলে। তুমি আমিও asset, আবার আমাদের যে কোনো fixed in nature assets like যেরকম land and building।
মেশিনারি ডেপ্রিসিয়েশনও তো হবে।
হ্যাঁ, হবেই তো। আমি তো বলছি, সেটাই বলছি যে ধরো land and building, plant and machinery, furniture and fixture, these are all fixed assets. Land and building, plant and machinery, furniture, fixture, মনে থাকবে? Fixed assets. Fixed assets মানে কি? এই assets গুলো লং টার্মে কোম্পানিকে বেনিফিট প্রোভাইড করবে, এবং এইগুলোর কিছু উইয়ার এন্ড টিয়ার থাকবে, এগুলোর কিছু ডেপ্রিসিয়েটেড ভ্যালু থাকবে। মিনস সাপোজ আ মেশিনারি ইজ বিন পারচেসড, এটা তো হতে পারে না মেশিনারি একদম মানে সারা জীবন ধরে একইভাবে চলছে, হবে কি? হবে না। মেবি আফটার আ সার্টেন পিরিয়ড ওর ভ্যালুটা একদম হয়ে মেশিনটা হয়তো খারাপ হয়ে গেল, তখন হোয়াট উইল হ্যাপেন? দিস নিডস টু বি রিপ্লেসড। Okay, so every fixed asset is having its timing within which it would be working, and after that certain period you need to replace that particular asset. Now দেখো, for machinery I am stating this example, like machinery, it has been purchased, and we suppose that this machinery, that the machinery named X, it will be running for 10 years of time, its value is 1 lakh rupees or something like that. Now according to the or based on the value of the actual value of the that particular machinery or the fixed asset, what the company does, it will be calculating the amount of wear and tear or the depreciation amount it will be calculating. এগুলো তোমরা শিখবে আস্তে আস্তে how it needs to calculate. So depreciation value of the machinery is been for that particular machinery is been calculated, and at the end of the year these particular charges are being deducted from that very particular asset. And what happens at the end of 10 year when these deductible values are been already deducted, and what happens at the end of 10 year, it has been found ki hoyeche, the machinery becomes totally obsolete and it needs to be replaced. Now what actually the company is doing, the company is, in terms of this amount of depreciation, what actually it is doing, it is actually setting apart an amount of fund, expense টা তো আর চোখে দেখা যাচ্ছে না, it's intangible in nature, it's not tangible, right? That loss is not tangible one, isn't it? Can you see depreciation হচ্ছে, এই যে হলো, দেখা যাবে কি, দেখা যাবে না তো? So it is intangible, so it is been calculated, and by setting apart this amount of fund somewhere in the depreciation fund, what happens at this end of 10 years when the company needs to replace that particular machine, what happens, it doesn't runs or it is not in the position of shortage of funds, because there is already that depreciation fund created and which is being utilized or used for the purchasing of the new one. ঠিক আছে? So this is actually a fund being created by the company in the names of wear and tear of the fixed assets, various types of assets. ঠিক আছে? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So now depreciation is actually a semi-variable cost. Depreciation is actually a semi-variable cost, means this cost which does not vary proportionately, but simultaneously it may remain stationary at all times. So, and it can also be like semi-fixed cost or mixed cost. It can be step cost, and in the same way, like similar fashion like depreciation, if I term this these repairs, so a particular machinery or leave this machinery part, suppose other sort of fixed assets are there, as I said, what are those assets? Land and building, plant and machinery, furnitures and fixtures. So আমি ধরে নিলাম machinery portion depreciation এ আমি তোমাকে জানিয়ে দিলাম, and what happens for the building or the other furnitures? Does always it happens like that this depreciated values have been calculated and then it has been replaced? No. What happens for this, repairing is done. So repairing is also a semi-variable sort of cost. আর depreciation টাকে আবার step cost কেন বলছে দেখো, at the end of ধরো there are different methods of calculating the depreciation. Now somewhere it has been calculated in a fixed way, somewhere the salvage value calculate করে per salvage value it is being charged. So it can be a step cost. In fact, it can be considered to be a step cost also. And certain cost actually this certain cost which are fixed over a range of activity and then jump to a new level as the activity changes. So such costs are actually the step cost. And what happens, like if I state about this foreman position for supervising the different employees within the organization, so there can be like 10 people who are, or 100 people whom this foreman will be, or a single foreman will be supervising. Now depending on the number of people, his charges may vary. Like he can handle 100 people, beyond these 100 people if he is required to handle, then his charge would be varying, then it becomes to be a step cost. Okay, similar fashion if I consider this depreciation, suppose there can be several methods, as I say, for charging the depreciation. Through a fixed method, fixed amount of depreciation may be charged at the end of the or this particular financial period or accounting period. It can also vary, like depending on the salvage value, it can vary, so that would again become the step cost. বোঝা গেছে? বুঝতে পেরেছো সবাই? হ্যাঁ, আচ্ছা এক মিনিট হ্যাঁ, দাঁড়াও ওটা খুলে দিয়ে তো। হ্যালো, হ্যাঁ 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 আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, থ্যাংক ইউ, ঠিক আছে, থ্যাংক ইউ সো সো মাচ। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ওকে ওকে, যা 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 ওইখানে যা। আচ্ছা, তোমরা আছো তো?
Yes, ma'am.
আচ্ছা, সো কি জানি পড়াচ্ছিলাম, সেমি ভেরিয়েবল কস্ট, স্টেপ কস্ট। আর যেখানে আমি ফোরম্যানের একটা এক্সাম্পল দিলাম যে সুপারভিশন করার জন্য যদি দি নাম্বার অফ এমপ্লয়িজ আর গেটিং চেঞ্জ, মেবি সেই সময় হিজ চার্জেস ফর সুপারভিশন মে ভ্যারি। সো ইট হ্যাপেন্স ইন স্টেপস। সো আবার দেখো, রেন্টাল কস্ট অফ দি ডেলিভারি ভেহিকলস, somebody said me about delivery charges বা ওই যে কি জানি carrying charges, somebody among you have said, right, that wouldn't be a semi variable cost, somebody said na? Acha, nobody said. So I was only thinking. So this is the thing, like yes, suppose for a particular distance within which these materials needs to be transferred. So within that particular distance, within that particular periphery time, কি বলবো ওটাকে, distance, the materials will be delivered like at certain cost. And if that distance varies, changes, then the cost of delivering the material may get changed, isn't it? যে এত এত কিলোমিটারের মধ্যে যদি ওটাকে ডেলিভারি করা যায়, the amount would be this much. If it has been delivered to some other range type, it is getting varied, then it will be this much would be added. So this is how these variable, semi variable cost, how this can be said to be as a step cost. ঠিক আছে? Variable, fixed and semi variable cost.
এক্সকিউজ মি ম্যাম,
হ্যাঁ,
ম্যাম বলছি যে মানে লেবার কস্টটা কি সেমি ভেরিয়েবল কস্ট?
না সবসময় নয়, সবসময় নয়। ভেরিয়েবল কস্ট, লেবার কস্ট ইজ অ্যাকচুয়ালি আ ভেরিয়েবল কস্ট। এবার দেখো, লেবার কিন্তু দু রকমের, আমি বলেছিলাম দু রকমের, ওয়ান which is direct in nature, one which is indirect in nature, one which is direct in nature, another which is indirect in nature. Direct কি, labor cost which is associated directly with production, তার মানে কি, the production department people, the manufacturing department people who are the actual laborers for the concern, these are belonging to the lowest level of the organization, and they are being paid what, they are being paid with the wages. So here the labor cost who are being paid with the wages, this is directly a variable cost. And semi variable cost কোন labor charges, like supervision cost of a
ম্যাম ওটা
supervisor,
ভেরিয়েবল কস্ট হচ্ছে কি করে ম্যাম? ওটা তো কনস্ট্যান্টই
কেন?
থাকছে সব সময়।
না না
ওয়েজেস
না
তো
না,
সবার
wages
কনস্ট্যান্ট থাকছে,
constant থাকে
ওটা
না, wages
ইয়ারলি
constant থাকে না।
বেসিসে কারো চেঞ্জ হচ্ছে, তো সেমি ভেরিয়েবল তো ওখানে হতেই পারে।
না, আমি তো বললাম ওয়েজেস কখনো তোমার ইয়ে হয় না, কনস্ট্যান্ট থাকে না। স্যালারিজ কনস্ট্যান্ট থাকে, ওয়েজেস কনস্ট্যান্ট থাকে না। দেখবে লেবার যখন লাগছে তখন স্যালারিজ ইজ কনস্ট্যান্ট, দ্যাট ইজ ইনডিরেক্ট ইন নেচার। স্যালারি কিন্তু কনস্ট্যান্ট, যে প্রোডাকশন এত হোক আর অত হোক, ঠিক আছে, স্যালারি কিন্তু এতটাই দেওয়া হবে। আবার ওয়েজেস কিন্তু ডিফার করতে পারে, সেজন্য ওটাকে ভেরিয়েবল কস্ট হিসেবে কনসিডার করছে। আর সেমি ভেরিয়েবল কোনটাকে কস্ট করছে, কনসিডার করছে বলতো? যেটা আমি বললাম, একজন সুপারভাইজার, সে কিন্তু লোয়ার লেভেলে বিলং করছে না, সে হয়তো ম্যানুফ্যাকচারিং সাথে অ্যাটাচড, এবার সে কিছু লেবারকে ডিল করছে। and what is happening, suppose for 100 number of workers to be dealt by that particular foreman or supervisor or clerk, this much would be his charge. Now if he is given for handling some more few people, then his charges would differ, ঠিক আছে? এতটার উপরে গেলে পরে ধরো আরো 50টার জন্য আরো 150 টাকা অ্যাড করা হবে ওর স্যালারির সাথে, তখন সেটা হচ্ছে স্টেপ কস্ট বা সেমি ভেরিয়েবল কস্ট। বোঝা গেছে? যেই রেঞ্জটাকে চেঞ্জ করানো যাচ্ছে, কস্টটা ভেরি করবে, তখন সেটা সেমি ভেরিয়েবল। বোঝা গেছে?
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
বোঝা গেছে? একটা 100 কিলোমিটারের মধ্যে জিনিস দেওয়া হবে, এত তার চার্জ, এটা হচ্ছে একরকম। 100 কিলোমিটারের উপরে গেলে এই চার্জটা অ্যাড হয়ে যাবে, তখন সেমি ভেরিয়েবল ইন নেচার হয়ে গেল।
ঠিক আছে,
Yes, ma'am.
হয়ে গেল। তাহলে আমাদের এখানে ফিক্সড, ভেরিয়েবল আর সেমি ভেরিয়েবল বা স্টেপ কস্ট জানা হয়ে গেল। এইবার আমরা কি জানবো? প্রোডাক্ট কস্ট। এগুলো হচ্ছে ক্লাসিফিকেশনস অফ কস্ট, প্রোডাক্ট কস্ট এন্ড পিরিয়ড কস্ট। আমাকে আরো 2 মিনিট সময় দাও। আচ্ছা, বলতে থাকি, আবার একটু পরেও। আচ্ছা, কি কি প্রোডাক্ট কস্ট আর পিরিয়ড কস্ট, এই কস্ট গুলোর নাম না লিখে নিতে পারো, যেগুলো আমি বলছি। Acha, cost actually which becomes, the part of the cost of the product rather than expense. Or expense, I do here mean the expense for a period in which they are incurred is no. কালকে তো নয়, বৃহস্পতিবার না? ঠিক আছে, দাঁড়াও গো তোমরা একটু, আমি একটু এখন আবার সিলিন্ডারটা দিতে আসবে, মানে আমার হচ্ছে না কি জ্বালাতন। আছো তো তোমরা?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
বিরক্ত হচ্ছে বলো তোমরা? ইস, কি বিরক্ত তোমরা,
না
যে কি হচ্ছে
Ma'am, ভালো হচ্ছে ব্রেক দিয়ে দিয়ে পড়া হচ্ছে।
ওরে বাবারে, না রে, আমার যা অসুবিধে হচ্ছে না, মানে বলার নয়, বলারই নয়। এইভাবে আমি যে মানে মনে করছি যে কবে কলেজটা খুলবে, কবে যেন যাব, আর ভালো লাগছে না।
সেম ম্যাম, আমরাও।
ভালো একদম একদম, মানে সব থেকে বেশি হচ্ছে আমার তো একদম মানে যাতা অবস্থা, কেউ নেই, কমপ্লিটলি একা, সেখানে এই সমস্ত গুলো একটা আমি তো প্রথম 2.5 মাস, ফার্স্ট 2 মান্থস, 2.5 মান্থস একদম একা ছিলাম, বাচ্চা নিয়ে, 2 বছরের বাচ্চা নিয়ে একদম একা, আয়াটা কেউ অ্যালাউড নয়। তারপরে আমার মেয়ে বাইরে থেকে এলো, ঠিক আছে, মেয়ে আসার পরে আমি একটুখানি তাও রিলিফড, কি আর বলবো, কিচ্ছু করার নেই। আচ্ছা চলো এটা বার করি, বইটা নিয়ে আসি এবার। ঠিক আছে চলো, তোমাদের কি বলছিলাম? হ্যাঁ, প্রোডাক্ট কস্ট বলছিলাম, আর হচ্ছে পিরিয়ডিক কস্ট। আচ্ছা, প্রোডাক্ট কস্ট যেটা আমি বলছিলাম যে পিরিয়ড কস্ট, সরি, পিরিয়ডিক কস্ট নয়, প্রোডাক্ট কস্টে হচ্ছে যে সমস্ত কস্ট গুলো না কস্ট অফ প্রোডাকশনের সাথে রিলেটেড, সেইটা হচ্ছে প্রোডাক্ট কস্ট, যেটা টাইমের সাথে নয়। So these are all product cost which becomes the part of the cost of the product. আর যদি কোনো expense থাকে which is related with the time periphery, then those are not, considered here. Here only those costs which happens to be the cost of the product, then these are the product costs. They are like, depending on the inventory values, and they are actually treated as assets until the goods are assigned for selling, like products which are being already produced by the concern, suppose, and these are not been sold off yet, so these stands to be asset for the concern. So far they are not sold within the market, in the market, and they become the expense that times. That's why these costs may be fixed as well as variable, like cost of raw material, direct wages, depreciation, plant and equipment, depreciation on these different fixed these assets. So these all becomes the product cost. So what I say, like product which has been already produced by the concern and which is not been sold yet by the concern, this happens to be the product cost. And what happens here till the period it is been sold off, so whatever the associated cost relating to these, like the wages related for this production of this particular product, the depreciation is being charged on this product, so all this becomes the part of the product cost as well, যতক্ষণ না জিনিসটা সেল অফ হচ্ছে। So related expenditure will be the
product cost, and costs which are not associated with the production are actually the periodic cost or the period cost, and they are like, you know, treated to be those expenses of that particular period when they are actually incurred, when they are actually happening. So they may be fixed as well as variable. So the other one, as I say, the product cost may be fixed in nature, may be variable. This one also, the period cost, may be considered to be as fixed as well as variable, like, you know, general administration cost, or the salesman's salaries, or like commission, commission being paid to the salesman, or here also this you know, the different revenues been related with the relevant period. So এই যে প্রত্যেকটা cost এখানে all are charged with the period, all are associated with the period, and they are termed to be as the period cost. So most of the expenses, as I said, they are actually fixed in nature, and which are, you know, you would find that these are difficult to ascertain between the relationship as well as the relationships between the different costs as well as the products. So don't get worried. So why we require to know these different concepts of cost? Because when we will be doing, or we will be dealing with the decision making problems, like preparing with the different final these accounts for the company, preparing the risk structure for the company, we are when we will be calculating the ratios for different you know, like gross profit earned, or net profit earned, cost of sales, cost of goods sold. So all these when we will be doing, then we need to point out that which cost comes under the periphery of fixed, or which are flexible, or which are you know, variable one. So we need to understand direct, indirect. That is why this basic cost concept needs to be clear. And one more thing I want to mention, that from this part you would get some questions which are theory based, like you need to define the different sorts of costs, or write short notes on a particular cost. This may be given in your question. Now again, let us come to the point of direct as well as indirect. I have already said that direct and indirect. Direct sort of cost means the costs which are directly related with the production or manufacturing of the concern, and the costs which are indirect in nature, which are not actually meant for the production or manufacturing, those comes under the indirect cost. এটা তো আমরা আগেই পড়েছি। Now there are other costs like decision making cost and accounting cost. এটা কি? Decision making cost হচ্ছে the cost which are, you know, actually meant for taking the decisions, like, you know, financial activities are going on in a routine manner, and for presenting the financial nature of activities, it needs to be, you know, put under the books of the accounts. So then it comes to be the accounting cost, and when based on the accounts, different accounts being prepared, decisions are taken by the top level people, then it comes under the decision making cost. So accounting cost actually show the cost of the product when the operations are actually manual, like when the operations are going on day wise, or as we have said, we have seen about the different dates of recording the transaction, different timings of recording the transaction, whether this to be noted daily wise, whether it can be noted on the first day of the financial period, or in between, or at the end. So whatever, for all the accounting sort of task when being carried on, for performing the task, where for carrying out the different operations within the organization, all the accounting sort of tasks are known to be or the cost related with the accounting sort of task are known as the accounting sort of costs, accounting costs, while decision making costs would be calculated to show the cost when the operations were actually been, you know, done.
So this is the decision making cost which happens at the end, or maybe on the first day of the financial period, based on the final data or based on the final accounts or the business status or the assets and liabilities figure of the business. When the decisions have been made, the transactions needs to be carried on, or the particular mode of way of doing a production or a variety of jobs needs to be done based on certain decisions, and these comes under the decision costs. নাও রিলেভেন্ট অ্যান্ড ইররিলেভেন্ট কস্ট, আগের দিন তো আর তোমাদেরকে ওটা পড়াতে পারিনি, ওইটা একটু ডিটেলসে পড়বো, পরে আরেকদিন করব। সেটা হচ্ছে রিলেভেন্ট অ্যান্ড ইররিলেভেন্ট। রিলেভেন্ট কস্ট কি? রিলেভেন্ট কস্ট actually are those which should be which can be changed by managerial decisions, while irrelevant costs are those which would not affect or which would not be affected by the decisions of any of the managers or the upper level organization, upper level people of the organization, I do mean. So for example, if the manufacturer actually is considering for shutdown or like closing down of the unprofitable shop or business, suppose the company has earned no profit and it has incurred loss, and thus the company or the manufacturer or the owner of the company is considering for closure of that business, closing down of its transactions. So wages payable to the workers for this shop are relevant in that connection, since they will disappear, and the other one, closing down, means they won't appear after the closing down of the shop, so that those wages or the wages paid to those workers stands here to be relevant ones. And the prepaid rent, suppose the company is working by taking a building on rent, and this rent has been paid off in advance, and for 1 year, but within 6 months it finds that it is not at all a profitable sort of business, it is closing down. So all this prepaid rent would come under the irrelevant cost, and these actually these prepaid rent for the shop or any other uncovered cost like will have to be scrapped. This cannot be ignored. This has to be noted down in the books of the entities, in the books of accounts, and these would be noted down as the irrelevant cost. The cost has already been done. It cannot be, it would not come back. The amount won't come back, wouldn't get refunded. Okay, now another two costs, shutdown cost and sunk cost. What is the shutdown cost and what is the sunk cost? Sunk costs are actually the past short of cost, means based on the these costs which have happened earlier, the cost these are the costs which have been created by a decision that was made in the past, or these that cannot be changed by any other decisions that will be made in the future. So these are like the like investment in plants and machineries, buildings, or these are the examples of such types of costs. Later on it may be found that such building or such plant or such machinery has been purchased by the owner of the company, but now it is not coming in use. So but still these are have to be borne by the company. ধরো একটা কোম্পানি স্টার্টিং এর সময় XYZ তিনটে মেশিনারি কিনেছে, তিনটের মধ্যে X আর Z কাজে লাগানো হয়, আর Y টা বসে থাকে, Y টাকে দিয়ে কোনো মানে Y এর মেশিনারিটা কোনো কাজেই লাগানো হয় না, কিন্তু দিস ইজ আ sunk cost. This has to be this has to be taken under consideration. This cannot be altered. পরে যদি কেউ মনে করে যে না এই মেশিনারিটাকে তাহলে এক কাজ করো বেঁচে দাও, that is a different one. I'm saying যে না এটার এগেইনস্টে কোনো নোট ডাউন করা হবে না, কিন্তু ওর এগেইনস্টে যে ডেপ্রিসিয়েশন ভ্যালু, রিপেয়ার্স ভ্যালু সব কিন্তু নোট ডাউন করা হবে। So this cannot be altered by later decision, and actually these are irrelevant. I mean these are not relevant for decision making purpose, and thus these are the sunk cost. And what is the shutdown cost? The manufacturer actually sometimes
what happens? He needs to suspend the operation, he need to close his business for some accounting period, for some temporary difficulties which arises, or maybe due to shortage of raw material, maybe due to non-availability of requisite amount of labor. So during this period, what happens, though no work has been done and certain fixed costs are there, so it needs to stop. Sometimes it needs to suspend its transactions, suspend its operations, I do mean here. So what happens during this period, although no work has been done, yet certain fixed needs to be maintained, like rent of the building, insurance needs to be paid, maybe depreciation to be charged, maintenance or repairing work should be carried on for the entire plant. So these are known to be as shutdown cost. So at some moment of time, if some costs, if due to some reason the operations been shut down, the operations are not been carried on, but still some expenditures needs to be shown, needs to be incurred, those are known as the shutdown cost. And these are the shutdown as well as the sunk cost. And there are other costs also, like controllable and uncontrollable costs. Controllable costs are those which can be actually influenced by the action of the specific member, and the other costs which cannot be done so those are known as, which cannot be controlled, actually those are uncontrollable costs which cannot be controlled by the action of a specific member, definitely, of an undertaking of a unit, business unit. So these are divided into a number of these responsibility centers, where the charge of specific labels are given. So officers of particular department or cost center can control some of the costs, and they may not be able to control some other. For example, like the expenditure incurred by some tool room. There is a room which is known to be a tool room, where the foreman is actually the charge of that room. Foreman is a supervisor, okay, and different sorts of tools are available there. So foreman is in the charge of that section, but the share of the total room expenditure, which is apportioned to a machine shop, cannot be controlled by the foreman here. So entire shop is there, and entire machine shop is there, and where this tool room can be controlled by the foreman, but the entire room expenditure, the machine room expenditure, won't be controllable by the that very person, that is foreman. Foreman কাকে বলে? Foreman হচ্ছে একদম lower category of people যারা laborers directly attached with the production. They are being controlled by this foreman. They are also known to be as the supervisors for the direct sort of labors. And so tool room is there. Tool room মানে যেখানে অনেক রকমের tools available. So this tool room can be controlled by this particular person, foreman. But the other, as I said, it is কি জানি বললাম তোমাকে, যে পুরো entire যে সেকশনটা, মেশিনের সেকশনটা, there it is not controllable by that particular foreman. So controllable and uncontrollable cost. এইবার হচ্ছে some other type of costs are there, like differential, incremental and decremental cost. এবার differential cost কি আর incremental আর decremental টাই বা কি, এটা আমি আগের দিন ক্লাসে ভেবেছিলাম বোঝাবো, যাই হোক বোঝানো হয়নি। The difference between the total cost and between the alternatives is the differential cost. আর টোটাল কস্টটা কি, ধরো একটা মেশিনের ডেপ্রিসিয়েশন, তোমার পারচেজিং কস্ট, তার সাথে যদি রিপেয়ারিং থাকে, ওর সাথে যদি ক্যারিং কস্ট থাকে, ওর সাথে যদি যা যা কস্ট থাকে, ভেরিয়েবল কস্ট থাকে, সব অ্যাটাচ করো, তার সাথে ডিপ্রিসিয়েশনও চার্জ করো, করার পরে যে কস্টটা, এটা হচ্ছে টোটাল কস্ট। অ্যান্ড দিস ডিফারেন্স বিটুইন দিস টোটাল কস্ট অ্যান্ড বিটুইন টু অল্টারনেটিভস is known as the differential cost. যে other alternatives use করলে কি কি মানে ডিফারেন্স হতে পারে, সেটা হচ্ছে differential cost. In case of like choice of an alternative may result in increase in the total cost also. This results in the decrease in the total cost sometimes, and this in case if it is increasing, then it would be incremental cost. If it is decreasing, then it would be decremental cost.
যদি মানে টোটাল কস্টটাকে ক্যালকুলেট করতে হবে, এই টোটাল কস্টটার ডিফারেন্সটা দুটো অল্টারনেটিভের সাথে বার করতে হবে, তাহলে দুটো অল্টারনেটিভের যদি কোনো ডিফারেন্স থাকে এই টোটাল কস্টের মধ্যে, সেটা হচ্ছে ডিফারেন্সিয়াল কস্ট। যদি দেখা যায় যে অল্টারনেটিভ সিলেকশনে ইনক্রিজ অফ দি কস্ট হচ্ছে টোটাল কস্ট, তাহলে সেটা ইনক্রিমেন্টাল কস্ট। যদি দেখা যাচ্ছে অল্টারনেটিভ ডিসিশন নিয়ে তোমার ডিক্রিজ ইন দি টোটাল কস্ট হচ্ছে, তাহলে ওটা হচ্ছে ডিক্রিমেন্টাল কস্ট। ঠিক আছে, তোরা আছিস?
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম।
আচ্ছা,
Yes, ma'am.
আর ঝট করে আজকে এটা শেষ করে দেবো, টানতে চাইছি না সেই জন্য। আচ্ছা, আর একটা কস্ট, সেটা হচ্ছে অপরচুনিটি কস্ট। মনে রাখতে হবে এই কস্টটা, বিকজ উই উড ওয়ার্ক উইথ দিস অপরচুনিটি কস্ট। অপরচুনিটি কস্ট কি? which refers to the advantage, which is matlab advantage matlab ki, that should be quantified, that is in measurable terms, which has been foregone on the account of not using the facilities. And suppose, like for example, let me put an example here. Suppose there is a owned building, the building is owned by the owner of the business and is proposed to be utilized for housing, or it is for housing a new project plan, suppose. So the likely revenue which the building could fetch if rented out is the opportunity cost, which should be taken into account. লাইক এটা যদি নিজের বিল্ডিং এর থেকে একরকম, নিজেরই বিল্ডিং আছে সেটার দ্বারা আমি প্রোডাকশন করছি, এটা একরকম, কিন্তু আমাকে দেখে নিতে হবে যে যদি এটা আমি ভাড়া করা বিল্ডিং থাকতো এবং সেখান থেকে প্রোডাকশন করতাম, তাহলে আমার কি কস্ট হতো। এই যে এটাকে বলা হয় অপরচুনিটি কস্ট। সো সেইটাকেও কিন্তু আমাকে that needs to be taken into account or considered for evaluation of the profitability of the project. So that is opportunity cost. ঠিক আছে, নিজের এবং নিজের নয় অপরের জিনিসকে ইউজ করলে বা অল্টারনেটিভ কোন ডিসিশন ইউজ করলে সেখানে যে কি কস্ট হতো সেইটাকে কিন্তু we have to note down. That is the opportunity cost. আর একটা হচ্ছে joint cost and common cost. Joint cost কি? Sometimes what happens, sometimes the same manufacturing operations means what happens, like two or more products can be produced. There can be variety of products which can be produced, and the cost incurred till the split of these products is known as joint cost. আমি একটা খুব layman sort of example দিয়ে বুঝিয়ে দিচ্ছি, এমনি এটা জাস্ট বুঝে নাও। সেটা হচ্ছে ধরো টুথপেস্ট, টুথপেস্ট সাদা, ঠিক আছে, এই সাদা টুথপেস্টটার থেকে কি কি টুথপেস্ট তৈরি করা যায়? লাল, লালে সাদায় গোলাপি, তার মধ্যে একটু ঝিরিঝিরি কিছু একটা দেওয়া রয়েছে পার্টিকেলস, তার সাথে গ্লিটারিং পার্টিকেলস, তার সাথে নুন, তার সাথে বেলপাতা নিম পাতা যোগ করে একটা দারুণ অনেক ভ্যারাইটিস অফ প্রোডাক্টস। ঠিক আছে, বোঝা গেছে?
Yes, ma'am.
ইয়েস, এই যে সাদা অবধি যখন টুথপেস্টটা প্রডিউস হচ্ছে, আর তারপরে যখন এইটাকে ডিসেমিনেট করছে, সাদার সাথে লাল মিশিয়ে গোলাপি করছে, সাদার মধ্যে কটা পার্টিকেলস মিক্স করছে, সাদার সাথে সল্ট মিক্স করছে, এই সাদা যখন অবধি তখন টুথপেস্ট, যখন শুধু সাদা রইলো তখন এমনি নর্মাল টুথপেস্ট, সাদার সাথে পার্টিকেল মিক্স হলো তখন একটা গ্লিটারিং টুথপেস্ট, যখন লাল মিক্স করলে তখন গোলাপি জেল টুথপেস্ট, যখন তার সাথে সল্ট মিক্স করলে তখন সল্টেড টুথপেস্ট, যখন নিম পাতা বেলপাতা তখন নিম পাতা নিম উইথ অ্যাক্টিভ সল্ট টুথপেস্ট। বোঝা গেছে? এই যে যতক্ষণ অবধি এই ডিসেমিনেশন হচ্ছে, the cost incurred till the split of the point of these products is known as the joint cost. এই অবধি জয়েন্ট, এই অবধি কমন, তারপর থেকে তোমার চেঞ্জ হচ্ছে। The joint costs actually relate to two or more products from a common product, like material, labor or overhead, combination of all these locked together that can be producing one item, and after that the things can get changed. So that is the joint cost. And common cost as stated like this only, which are incurred for more than one product, like job territory or some other specific costing units. So they are capable of being identified by individual product. So therefore these are এটাকে ডিফারেন্সিয়েট করা হয়েছে in different cases based on the these activities of the, or based on the decision making of the concern also. Suppose rent, lighting, supervision cost, these are common cost.
These are common costs located within a factory, and একটা ফ্যাক্টরির মধ্যেই এটা হচ্ছে rent of the building, lighting, একটা ফ্যাক্টরির মধ্যে 3 রকমের প্রোডাক্ট হচ্ছে, সো এটাকে কমন কস্ট হিসেবে ধরে নিচ্ছে। আর জয়েন্ট কস্টটা হচ্ছে এই যে প্রোডাকশন করা অবধি ধরো মেটেরিয়াল বা লেবার কস্ট যেটা লাগলো, বা ইভেন আদার এক্সপেন্সেস, ম্যানুফ্যাকচারিং এক্সপেন্সেস ধরো যা লাগলো ওই অবধি একটা কমন প্রোডাক্ট, মানে যতক্ষণ স্প্লিট হচ্ছে প্রোডাক্টটা, সেটাকে বলছে জয়েন্ট কস্ট। ইজ দ্যাট ক্লিয়ার? হয়েছে? বুঝেছো?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
আচ্ছা, পরের দিন আমি আর আজকে টানবো না। কটা বাজে রে? 1:40 বাজে, যদিও সময়
140
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ 1:40 না, টেনে দেবো আরেকটা পড়িয়ে দেবো?
না ম্যাম, খিদে পাচ্ছে।
No, ma'am.
এত খিদে পাচ্ছে? ওরে বাবা, ঠিক আছে তাহলে শোনো।
মেটেরিয়াল গুলো একটু আমাদের
কি কি কি
এটার যে রিটার্ন ম্যাটেরিয়াল গুলো
আরে রিটেন ম্যাটেরিয়াল তো আমার কাছে নেই, কিন্তু আমি একটা কাজ করব, দেখি আমি সময় পেলে একটা পিডিএফ যদি নামাতে পারি ডিফারেন্ট টাইপস অফ কস্ট, হ্যাঁ আমি ওটা পাঠিয়ে দেবো, বা আমি মেনশন করে দেবো কি কি কস্ট। সেইটুকু
Ma'am,
করে
any
একটা
book you can suggest?
বুক আই ক্যান সাজেস্ট, ইয়েস দেয়ার আর লট নাম্বার অফ বুকস। একটা না এইচএল ভাটিয়ার একটা স্লিক বই আছে, দারুণ সুন্দর, একটা স্লিম অ্যান্ড স্লিক বই, ছোট্ট বই, সেটা থেকে একদম পুরো ডাব্লিউবিটি মানে মার্কআউট সিলেবাস পেয়ে যাবে।
Ma'am, what is the name?
ইকোনমিক্স ফর ইঞ্জিনিয়ার্স, এইচএল ভাটিয়া বলে একটা বই আছে। এইচএল
Okay.
ভাটিয়ার একটা বই আছে। ঠিক আছে, তাহলে কি আজকে রেখে দেবো? কি বলিস তোরা? কি রে?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
তাহলে
Ma'am,
তোমরা
3:30 lab আছে।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে বাবা, তোমরা তাহলে আমাকে অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সটা পাঠিয়ে দিও, কেমন? অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সটা পাঠিও।
ওকে ম্যাম।
Yes,
হুম,
ma'am.
চলো তাহলে রাখলাম, চলো
Thank you,
টাটা,
ma'am.
থ্যাংক ইউ। হ্যাঁ
Thank you, ma'am.